Let me tell you how you can make quick money by February this year. And you will do this by taking advantage of some people who don't understand what they are looking for in investments. What am I talking about? I'm talking about shares. There are two concepts when it comes to shares. One is ex-dividends, and then number two is CAM dividends. Purely, what I'm just about to explain to you is very similar to this story. Imagine that January 2025, you and your friends, you decided to start contributing some money so that in December 2025, you could have an end of year party. So you guys, all of you did very well. Then in December, you actually procured the goats, and yourself, you put in the slaughtering of the goats. Everything is okay, but just when the food is about to be served, you excuse yourself to go to another party. So the friends that you leave behind, they eat your share, and you, of course, you don't get any for that. That's exactly what happens when someone buys shares in January, for instance, then holds on those shares February up to December. But in January 2026, assuming this person had bought these shares in January 2025, in January 2026, around 14th, they decide to sell these shares that they had bought a year ago. What has happened is that this person has not had a chance to participate in dividend sharing. Remember, the only two ways that you benefit from investing shares is when the share prices increase in value, or number two, by participating in the sharing of the dividends. And the most important, because sometimes shares don't appreciate in value that fast, what you are almost assured on a yearly basis is to benefit from investing in shares by getting some dividends. So this is what you need to know. Companies don't give dividends until the year ends. The year starts for most companies from January to December. So if you invest in shares of a company January or February, whatever the period of time between January and December, you get nothing in terms of dividends. So how do you time so that you benefit and just show up when the food is about to be served on the table? Remember, when you are growing up, there are some neighbors who would be very strategic. They would only come visit during lunch hour or during dinner or supper time. And we kids, we were usually very mad, especially if it were during a festive season like this. We are cooking chapatis, nyama, and some guys come from nowhere. And that, of course, meant that you would get a lesser share of food. Now, for you to survive and to be a strategic and avid investor, you really need to be strategic like those guys who used to come during those funny hours. What do I mean by that? Every company, before they distribute the dividends, they normally announce a particular day when they will close the register of members. What do I mean by the register of members? Every company maintains a register of who are the shareholders at any given point. Now, before a company distributes dividends, they have to close the register of members. They lock it for a period. Why do they do that? This is to ensure that no one's as a member and no one leaves the organization as a member, to be able to prepare and compute the dividends payable. So for this company, let's assume it is Safaricom, where you had invested your money in January 2025, and by 1st January 2026, at the end of the following year, the company announces that they will be closing their register of members on 15th January 2026. What it means is that any person who will be a shareholder by 15th January 2026 these persons are the ones who will benefit and get the dividends once they are distributed by the company. It doesn't matter whether you become a member of this company on the very day 15th or whether you have been a member for the last whole year, 12 months. Doesn't matter. What matters the most is that, are you a member by 15th January 2026? Not the saddest thing is that there are some people who don't understand how shares operate, the mechanics of trading in shares. They buy shares, they bought shares in January 2025, they held onto them, but just when the dividends are to be allocated on January 2026, they sell their shares more or less at the same price they bought last year, January. And to make the matter worse, if they had bought these shares for 100,000 in January 2025 and they managed to sell the same shares at 100,000 a year later, they might think that they have not lost any money. But in the real sense, they have lost money because the 100,000 a year later is worth less than 100,000 a year ago because of the factor of inflation. So for them, they are just in the business of buying and selling shares, but they don't even understand what they are looking for. It is a very sad story that you consider and you refer to yourself as an investor, really don't understand mechanics of what you are investing in. I normally find it strange. I'm driving into a shopping mall and a security officer, a watchman comes with something, some sort of a gadget that they push beneath the car, and it has an on it. But when they are going around the car, they're still looking at you or they are distracted looking at somewhere else. So they don't even know what bombs they are looking for. So some investors are exactly like that. They just know people invest in shares, but they don't understand how shares make money for people. But for the avid, the astute, the seasoned traders, they keep looking for those opportunities when the company announces when they will be closing their register of members. And they make sure by all means possible that they buy shares by 15th January 2026, so they are in. And once they are in, they benefit by buying, by participating in the sharing of dividends for that company. The company, the register of members by 30th January 2026. And when that happens, these guys, they sell these shares. They have already benefited by getting the dividends, so they can sell the shares. It's like someone, you bought a cow in January, make sure that it is pregnant, but just when the cow is about to give birth, you sell the cow almost at the same price that you had bought it in January. Then this guy who buys this cow, he makes sure that the cow delivers when he's still with it. He gets the calf. Once he gets the calf, then he sells the cow again. But now, even if he sells the cow at the same price he had bought it, he has a calf with it. He has been left with a calf. And for some traders who are very stupid, you sell your shares on 14th January 2026, so you don't participate in dividends. And then in February 2026, a month later, you buy the same shares. It's like buying that cow that I've just discussed about. A cow that you had bought when it was not pregnant. You made sure that it was pregnant, but just before it was sell it, then it gives birth in someone's hands. Then you buy it again after it has already given birth. Then the process again continues. You make sure it is pregnant, you take care of it, then December. So when will you ever benefit from investing? And now, from today, if you have invested some shares, you've invested in shares of any company, it could be Safaricom, KCB, Equity, name them. Make sure you don't sell your shares come dividends. Come dividends means that they are loaded with dividends. It's like a pregnant cow. Don't say that point, especially when you have waited for so long and the company is just about to close the register of members. Wait. And once you wait, participate in dividends. Get those dividends. If you want to sell, sell after you have participated in those dividends. So when you buy, when sell, just before the dividends are allocated and distributed, it is called come dividends sale. But when you sell after the dividends have been allocated and distributed, for instance, in this case, we say you sell after January 2026, that time you are selling the shares ex dividends, and it's a good idea. So apart from the normal understanding that we normally have that for you to invest in shares, buy low, sell high, today I'm giving you another concept. Always buy shares when they are come dividends and sell when they are ex dividend. But if it is selling, sell them when they are ex dividend and buy when they are come dividend. Never sell shares when they are come dividends, and never ever buy shares when they are. I always say, every day we learn something. Apart from the normal story, the old adage of buy high, buy low, sell high. Now we have another concept where we say buy come dividends and sell ex dividends. When I expect you to do better. Continue enjoying the festive season.